I'm with Coach Dave Miller, and he is the head coach of the Kettering Fairmont Firebirds varsity football team. Coach, we approach week 3 against a team you've never seen before. We'll get to that in a minute, but let's talk a little bit about last week. What was the biggest difference from the first game? Was it eliminating the turnovers?
That was big, yeah, for sure. We stressed that, all week, and correcting mistakes. That was one of the bigger ones that we had in the first half there. Like we talked about last week, all season last year, I think we had 6 turnovers. Last week we had 3 in the first half alone. So did a much better job taking care of the football. That was big. But I think, in addition to that, we got out on them early. And I think that was really big because they scored. We went up 21-0. They scored after we went 21-0, and that made it really tougher on them. So just correct a lot of mistakes and jumping on them early, I think was really critical.
30 carries for Drew Baker. Is the philosophy basically until somebody else can stop him, you'll just keep running him?
Well, he's a feature in our offense, obviously, at the fullback position. So we can move him around a little bit too. I mean, that's a good thing. We try hard not to have people take him away, but as the focal point there, and with the line doing what they're doing, our halfbacks blocking, we're able to run inside like that. That's pretty good. So yeah, we're going to do that until we can.
Let's talk about your defense. They only allowed 4 plays of 10-plus yards and forced 3 turnovers. How's the defense progressing? I
think pretty well. I don't think they were happy with their performance. Overall, I think we've done some good things, but they were not happy with the goal line. We put a lot of time and effort into that, and they were down there 11 plays, and we did give up 2 or 3 there. But I think overall, we went into the game saying we're going to make them earn it, and they did that. So the 2 drives they had, which they had pretty good field position. I think there were a 14-play drive, maybe a 15-play drive. But so there's a lot of things we can clean up for sure. The 3 turnovers were huge. We counted the kickoff too because that's the first play of defense. But so we ended up with 3. That's one of our goals, and we've done that 2 weeks in a row. So that's outstanding. We can keep doing that. That's great.
All right, let's move on to LaSalle. So you're facing them. They're from the Greater Catholic League, a team you've never played before. What are your general thoughts about them?
Oh, they're a typical GCL South, team. They're loaded with talent. They're physical. So we got them on the schedule. Mr. Weaver, our athletic director, Chris Weaver, he got hold of me back in the off season. We were really struggling to find a team, and they popped up there. And first look, you're kind of like, but we jumped on it and thought this is great. Great opponent. We're talking to our kids all the time about playing against the best. You can't get much better than that, so it's good.
So when they beat a team from Canada 70-7, what can you really learn from that game?
Well, as good as the Canadians are at hockey, they're still kind of lagging behind a little bit on American football. That team was also, when you look at it, I think, looking at apples to apples, whatever you want to call it, they were a smaller school even for our standards here in the States, but still, they went out and did the job. So I mean, it's like that's what you do. Good teams go out. They don't, it doesn't matter what the opponent is, they just play. So you see them making a lot of plays, and they looked awfully athletic, and LaSalle did, and got the job done. So we're gonna have our hands full. It'll be exciting though.
All right. Against Coleraine, their defense was opportunistic. They were badly outgained. So how do you stress keeping mistakes to a minimum?
Same thing. I mean, if we turn the ball over like we did first half against Alter, against them, that's going to be a long night for us. So we have to take care of the ball. That's first priority. If we do a good job of that and get done what we need to up front on the line of scrimmage, we've got a good shot. So anything else, it's going to be a long night, like I said.
Okay, and we're still kind of early in the season. I mean, it's only the 3rd game, but any injury problems yet?
We're a little dinged up here and there. I mean, we lost Tyler Atkins after Alter. He was out last week. Hopefully, things progress. I think he'll be available. And we're it's just typical this time of year, you're never. We always talk about it. You're never as healthy as your first day of practice. And so letting the guys understand that, and you're going to be dealing with bumps and bruises, and we do have a few that are a little more stressful than others, but so far we're pretty good. So knock on wood, we're in a pretty good place, I think, right now.
Okay, and also I think Friday is going to be another hot night for football, if you can believe what the weather man is telling us. So how important is hydration and something like that?
It's huge. I mean, our trainer, Chris Cameron, is on them all the time and letting them know, hey, it's going to be hot and humid. You need to start, and that he does a great job. It starts back on, Monday, when we come out for practice. So our guys do a pretty good job. They understand that, and they're in shape. So I think we'll handle it. I think we'll be okay. So last week, I don't think they really noticed too much. So it is what it is. Part of Ohio and late August, early September, right?
There you go. That's par for the course.
Right.
Okay, Coach. Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today, and good luck on Friday.
No problem. Thanks, Norm.